This is a database. Think of it as a computer with a bunch of spreadsheets in it. This one is a backend server. Think of it as another computer that can communicate with the database. Now, these are sitting far away from you in some data center. What you have access to is your personal computer or smartphone, where you can pull up a web browser and communicate with this backend server through the internet. What you see in your browser is called the user interface, or the client side, or the front end. A user interface can be anything that a user interacts with, but the most common ones are websites and mobile applications. In this career track, we're going to focus on web applications, which you can open on a personal computer, on a smartphone, or any device that has a web browser. Let's walk through a quick example. Let's say there's this website that's like a phone book. You put somebody's name in there and you're supposed to see their phone number. The database would hold everybody's names and their matching phone number. The backend server would read or write to that database. So when you would put somebody's name in and hit enter, that name travels through the internet, reaches the backend server. Maybe the backend server checks if the name is correct, if it has any special characters, if you have permission to see their phone number. If everything looks good, then it requests a search on the database. It gets the phone number from the database and sends it back to you so you can see the phone number on the user interface. What we just described is called the three-tier architecture. So you have a presentation layer, you have a control layer, and a data layer. Traditionally, a database admin might take care of the database operations. A backend engineer writes the logic to communicate with the database and sends data back to the front end. And a front end engineer, you in this case, will be writing the code that creates the user interface. Although the focus of this track is to prepare you for a front-end engineer position, we're going to talk enough about back-end databases and even infrastructure to make sure you have a strong foundation. And it goes a long way when you can communicate effectively with other engineers.